wants America to become much more like the European social democratic countries, in which the central government plays the guiding role in all aspects of our life. And in that regard, then I agree with you entirely.
Well, and that's his ongoing, in spite of how good it's been for everybody, demonization of companies like Bain Capital. Now, I appreciate Romney worked for Bain, and he's got to attack Romney on something, but to attack Bain as an illustration is to attack really everyone who's made money off of Bain, and that's a lot of people, including pension plans that have to invest money.
You know, Brian, sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
But I did an interview, as you know, with the Reverend Jeremiah Wright, who was Obama's minister for 23 years or more. And Jeremiah, you'll understand, we understand Bain, the attack on Bain Capital, if we understand that Obama and Wright were as close as lips and teeth back not so long ago, just 3 or 4 years ago, and that the Reverend Wright preached something called black liberation theology, which was in favor of a complete redistribution of power and wealth in this country.
That's a political aspect. That doesn't sound religious. It sounds political.
He listened. His sermons were like listening to left-wing rants. And Obama and he were not, Obama just didn't sit in his pew in that church. They met hundreds and hundreds of times personally.
Well, he married them.
But he was even closer than that. He was his political mentor. He brought him to Christ. He helped him find his black identity. He played a key role in almost every aspect of the formation of Barack Obama's ideology. And so, therefore, the attack on Bain Capital comes like a echo of Reverend Jeremiah Wright.
But it's a dumb argument.
It is a dumb argument. Of course it is.
The mayor of Newark even pointed that out in very articulate terms of how dumb that is. It is not, and I always plead to the socialists to explain to me how they think this is going to be good for them by attacking the very institutions and individuals that pay for everything.
Well, that's why I call him the amateur and call the book The Amateur, because he doesn't have a clue. And beyond not having a clue, he also is a radical. And so the combination is lethal.
But is the American public becoming aware of this? I have seen it from day one, Ed. The stuff you talk about in your book, The Amateur, the points you're making today. This has been an ongoing theme, and so many people seem to be blinded by it. Are they blinded, they don't get it, or are they actually embracing the very political concepts that Barack Obama has so embraced?
Well, my feeling is, and I'm not a poll taker, but I certainly have gone around the country doing an awful lot of reporting to write this book, The Amateur, and that is that the enthusiasm on the part of even left-wingers for Obama has gone down considerably, and independents are not as entranced with him as they were back in 2008 when he looked like the second coming.
Well, he looked like the second coming because people didn't bother to look into who he was. The points that you're making about his indoctrination, either with Jeremiah Wright or not. I mean, we all kind of closed our eyes and went la 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 la. And any of the details that were emerging, no one seemed to bother to follow up on it. I mean,
well, the really scary thing is that other than this book, The Amateur, that I've written, that you can hardly find, still to this day, in the mainstream media, any serious vetting of Barack Obama.
Can I ask, Ed, what is your theory about why that is? Is the media have they gone total socialist on us? Is that what it is? It's in their best interest to reveal things about both sides of the political, or all sides of the political spectrum. So, in terms of ratings and information, if you consider news as a source of facts and information, why wouldn't they?
As all the polls show that about 70 to 75% of reporters are liberals, and they all hang out together. If you're not one of them, you are shunned. You don't get cooperation from them. You don't get invited to their parties. You're not part of the whole group. You don't get promoted. It is essentially like a cabal of like-minded people who are pushing an ideological point of view in publications that have allowed the inmates to take over the asylum.
And Seb's laughing again, Ed, because it's not in their best interest to perpetuate this, because they are in the business of making money and selling a product, and in their case, news. It's like cutting off your nose to spite your face.
I agree entirely.
Ed Klein, he is the author. I tell you what, he's a best-selling author. It's not just The Amateur, which we're talking about today. He's a New York Times best-selling author of numerous books, including All Too Human, the love story of Jackie Kennedy, Kennedy Curse, and the truth about Hillary. It's been a pleasure to talk with you today, Ed, and what I do, and I do it forever. All my authors, you are now on Brian's book club. Your book, The Amateur, will be a prize in this week's giveaway in our book club contest, and I will encourage all of my listeners to go to 55KRC.com and get a copy of The Amateur. The link is there. Ed, thanks for writing it, and thanks for, bucking the trend in the media and actually talking the truth.
Brian, you're the best. Thanks so much.
Thanks, man. Good luck with the sales. Ed Klein, 748.
One problem with that, Reverend Wright did not bring Barack Obama to Christ.